Can we
All
swear
right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Freezin NFC North Podcast, episode 145. We are talking about training camp week 2 storylines. Vikings on top of the NFC North camps. We'll see about that. Is Caleb Williams really struggling at camp? We'll talk about that. Packers injuries and Lions ready? Question mark. Lots to talk about. I like to get things stirred up. Seventh letter. But we will have hopefully Miles and some other guests join us as well. But welcome for the first time, Skull Geek. I met you at Vikings training camp, connected, and you hooked me up. So I definitely appreciate that. As we get started, where can everyone find you on social media and everything?
Just on Twitter at Skull Geek. But thanks for having me, guys. I'm really excited about being here.
Absolutely. And a man, who needs no introduction, but I'll give you one. The guy with the glasses, with the always positive outlook, always great takes. Miles, where can everyone find you as we get started?
Hey, good evening, guys. Appreciate you having me back, Andy. I know I'm probably your least favorite Packer fan, right?
You're
you guys
you're
find me on
favorite.
the Pack Weekly. Come on now, I knew that. No, y'all can find me on the Pack Weekly podcast Monday nights, streaming live 9:30 p.m. Central, talking Pack, not getting into a bunch of BS nonsense, but every now and then we'll entertain some rival trolls. Have some fun.
That is our job here. That's my job. That's really my job. NFLOutdated on Twitter X. Always bringing the heat, especially live from camps this past weekend. Lots of great stuff to talk about there. Find us on NFLOutdated on YouTube and on Freezin 4 pod on the TikTok. Plus our new t-shirt merch lineups. Seventh letter, before we give you a shout out, obviously we need to start getting this into the hands of people, the Detroit versus Everybody t-shirts, because the Lions are coming. But someone who is already here is you. And where can everyone find you as we get started?
Pause. My name is Seventh Letter, the King of the North. You can find me on Twitter X at 7th Letter 4, same OG on Instagram and Facebook. And again, atop of the NFC North. Pleasure to be here with you, gentlemen, tonight.
Always great to have you. Definitely. We have a lot to get to. I had a chance to go to 3 of the camps. Didn't get a chance to go to Lions. I got freezed out there. Evidently people in Detroit are pretty excited about their Lions. So those tickets sold out pretty quickly. But I was able to get to I mean, we'll see about that. Lots of question marks, that I have. But one of the camps I had a chance to go to was the Vikings training camp, and that is where I met Skull Geek here. And I was in the sweltering heat up top in the peasant section of the training camp, and I was going back and forth. And he said, "Hey, why don't you come to the season ticket lounge?" And I reluctantly went over and and I joined the party, and so I thank him for that. Really, there was free soda, free snacks. Hey, you hooked me up, so I definitely appreciate that. So and you've been going to camp a few different days. So when you look at the Vikings training camp, what are you seeing so far from your team?
I feel like, a lot of people are down on JJ McCarthy, and, I've been watching him the past few days, and I know that, a lot of people are just thinking he's just another rookie that's not going to be that great. But in my opinion, I feel like JJ McCarthy has shown a lot of poise in camp. And I think it was Colin Cowherd that was saying that he doesn't have any arm strength and he can't layer balls. And, just in camp, I'm seeing him layer balls. I'm seeing him with a ton of arm strength. There has been, I think yesterday in camp, he was throwing a little bit high to Jordan Addison. But, man, I feel like he's got a cannon out there. Another thing that I'm seeing in camp is not just, JJ McCarthy doing well, but the defense has been blowing up. I think the North is in for a surprise this year. Our defense was just kind of mediocre last year, even though the scheme was, I feel like, helping us be, kind of outperform our skill level. But I think that they're both going to kind of match up this year with the additions of Jonathan Allen, Jonathan Hargrave, and even our secondary, I think, is going to be upgraded, even though we picked up Jeff Okuda. But there's guys like Dwight McGlothern that has, for the last 3 days in a row, has gotten a pick. So it looks like the defense is going to be a lot better than last year. So really excited about that. And they've just been blowing up the offensive line, even though our offensive line is supposed to be upgraded too. Will Fries has been getting thrown around during.
Well, that's what I noticed when I was there too. And obviously there were a few times that they let him play, but it looks like JJ would have been sacked, and so that could be a good thing or bad thing. Maybe the defense is that good, but someone who is that good and also is a Vikings fan, welcome, Dre. Where can everyone find you as we get started, sir?
You can hit me up on X, Twitter. It's at Skullman Sports. Thanks for having me. Sorry, I'm a little late.
No worries. Better late than never. And we're talking to Skull Geek and you as well. And one thing I would be remiss. We did get a chance. I did get a chance to get our T-shirts, the big KOC T-shirts, in the hands of one JJ McCarthy, and I had pictures of him with his handler. I said, "Here, can you give this to the coach?" And he said, "Yep." And so he gave it to his handler. So hopefully he got it there. I need to check on his Instagram and see if it's there. But we have plenty of more shirts to come from all 4 teams. We're going to talk about that as well. But Skull Geek, you gave me an idea for a T-shirt that I think will be centered around JJ McCarthy. And it will be something as like JJ's layered balls. I love that one. JJ's layered balls. So Vikings fans, watch out for that to come. So
I'll be the first one to buy one. I'll tell you that.
and hey, you got one of the KOC shirts, and truth be told, I ordered it and it was in dark purple and it had like black on it. It wasn't showing, so I actually had to kind of color it with the silver marker. And so you got one of the first editions of the big KOC T-shirts. Hopefully you're able to wear that maybe to a game or something.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate it. I like the quality of the fabric and everything. So looks really nice. I'm excited to use it.
Absolutely. And Dre, what are you paying attention to camp at all? Are you excited or what are your thoughts?
I mean, I like watching like the videos. I think there's a bunch of highlights and stuff. But again, like I said this last week, a lot of it is just, it's either smoke or it's like really great highlights. It's just like one of those things that like, I don't know how much to take it, how much like, because they're not playing, I mean, arguably playing kind of maybe 75% speed, but like you said, like if a defensive lineman gets past an offensive lineman, like they're not going to like fully sack their star quarterback, so it's like there's those types of like not issues, but like those types of, I guess, caveats when it comes to a lot of these things. It's not game, so it's kind of hard to get too invested in it for me. I like seeing certain things. I love seeing like when they get like a really good play, like a really good catch. I like seeing those types of things. It gets me excited, if anything, but I try not to like dial into it too much. Just for those reasons. And like at the opposite side, like a player could be real trash in training camp, but then like when games come around, they could be really good. So, or vice versa, So it's nice to see like that they're getting work together. I mean, players are going to have bad plays, or bad coverages. That doesn't mean that that's what's going to carry over to game day, because like, at the end of the day, I think like some of the players also think that too. So I don't know how much like full effort they're putting in, because game day is a whole different scenario, I think. So I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. But it's, I think, just more community building, if anything, from a fan perspective, and then also like from the players' perspective as well.
One thing I wanted to add about Vikings training camp that I think that Vikings fans are going to be excited about is that Christian Darrisaw was back at Vikings training camp today.
That, yeah,
And
that's
yeah,
nice. Yeah.
that's exciting. And he was just straight up bullying the outside linebackers and defensive ends today. So it was exciting for us to have him back on the field.
Yeah, I will say, like, I'll second that. Yeah, like if it comes to things like that, where it's like injury based, like players that we want to come back, and like he was obviously out for a really long time. So like seeing like him, he's going to be playing week 1 type of thing. Like that's really nice to see versus like what happened last year with like Hawk, where like they thought he may, but then like that got pushed to whatever it was, week 6 or week 7. Whereas this is like they're pretty confident that he's going to be in week 1. So
Yep.
yeah, like I will say those things are nice to see.
So another thing too, and obviously Skull Geek, we talked about this at camp as well, and I mean everyone knows me. I like to troll a little bit, but to be honest, you could tell that Jay just a little bit. That's my game. You could tell that JJ, the ball kind of flew out of his hand a lot more than your backup. I mean, Sam Howell, he is who he is. And, so JJ at least has that for him. And I think when you look at the, him going forward, obviously he is the unquestioned number 1, starter with the Vikings.
Yeah, there's actually a pretty big drop off from JJ McCarthy to any of the backups. I mean, we've got Rippon, Brosmer, and Howell. But I mean, they said that Howell's going to be a backup, but honestly, I feel like Brosmer. I mean, I was saying on Skull Doc's House Calls podcast yesterday that Brosmer looks like he's just been outplaying Howell. So I mean, if JJ McCarthy, God forbid, goes down with injury, it's not looking good for the Vikings. I mean, we might even not have our backup on the roster right now.
Wow. Well, if anybody can do something with a backup, obviously it is the big KOC. We all know how good he is.
True.
And 7th letter, come on, you love that, don't you?
I just think it's so. Never mind.
It's so extra.
I'm all about being extra. I'm all about being extra. You know that.
Yes, you are. Yes, sir.
You know that.
The shirt is so crazy. Like the way you got him standing. Like,
you know what?
A little phallic.
All of these are our man Rev Trev, the right Reverend. Those are all his designs. So I gotta love it. So I really wish I could have seen KOC's face, when he got it. I'm hoping he got it. I was kind of waiting around to see if he would go. And even in Skull Geek, you kind of took off before JJ came and signed. He signed by us, and then he came in the other places. So I was kind of surprised that he did sign. But
that's kind of crazy because usually right after camp, I mean, JJ McCarthy last year, he did that a couple of times, but usually after training camp, it's some scrub comes out and throws some balls out or does a skull chant. Mm-hmm. So I usually just take off right after, but man, I missed out seeing JJ McCarthy.
Tell you what, though, I went to multiple ones, and I'm going to say the second time I've been to the camp. I went a couple times when it was in Mankato, but the way it is now, the iteration it is now, the Vikings really do have the best training camp set up for the 4 in the division, just with with the fields the way they are, and just with the food there, and just kind of everything set up. It's just really well done in that aspect. And I did tell Bears owner George McCaskey that on Friday when I was at the Bears camp. He was none too thrilled to hear that, but I was excited to hear that the Packers were the worst. He said that warmed his heart. So,
how's the setup at the other facilities?
So that's that's a great question. So the biggest thing I would say, let's go with we'll go with the Bears one. So the biggest thing with the Bears one is they have the fields, but everything is separate from. It's a little bit too far off from all of the kind of activities area, where you have the food and when you have the booths, and it's just, if you leave that, it's too far of a walk, because it's at Hallis Hall, and it's just kind of it's too far of a walk to go back and forth. And I feel like when you're at the Vikings camp, you can go back and forth between the practice field and all of the booths like super easy. With the Bears, it just kind of snakes around, and you have to, if you're leaving the practice field, you're going to go spend time at the booths area, and they do well with that. A lot of food trucks and everything like that, but it's just too far away. I think that's the biggest thing. And then in between, they've got where you can go into the Walter Payton center area, and it's good, but it's, if you leave the practice area for a little bit, you're going to miss something. And then I feel like Vikings, camp, you can actually really not miss anything and still kind of be a part of the action.
Cool.
But on the other end, the Packers one, oh my gosh, let's get right into that one. Going to the Packers one, obviously, the second time I've been here, and if you've been following me on Twitter, something happened.
You got your chair stolen. Is that?
I got violated. Yes, violated. Breaking news will be coming here soon. Yeah. So, the biggest thing with the Packer one is it's nothing. They've got one food truck by the area that, the Hudson Center, and you kind of have to wait. You have really good access to players that they riding on bikes and everything. But, have you been to any of those, Miles?
Yes. Yeah, I've been to a lot of training camps. I have not been since, oh man, I think the last training camp I went to was in 2021, because I believe it was Devontae Adams, and it was his last training camp there. Yeah, but
that was the dance.
It was right after that little social media storm. But yeah, so and before that, I had been to several over the years. I'm kind of a nerd like that, man. Even when I was going to Oshkosh, I would drive up to Green Bay every now and then to try to just catch a practice if it was open. So yeah, I enjoy it, but I don't walk around with shirts that say the big KOC on it, and I don't walk around talking trash about Jordan Love while he's lighting it up. Yeah, there's a lot of things. You have a different approach, I think, that leads to a different experience for you.
I was incognito. I was wearing my Freezin 4. It was a blue shirt, but I was not wearing my Bears stuff. I was trying to be incognito. I was trying to, just like a Vikings camp, I was talking to a guy, and he thought for the whole time that I was a Vikings fan. And then Skolgy came up and kind of, ruined it. And basically, and I said, and he's like, "Who are you a fan of?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a Bears fan." Oh, okay, yeah. So, but I think pretty much everybody at Packers camp knew that I or did not know that I was a Bears fan, and yet now it's not Titletown anymore. It is now Pilfer Town. My lawn chair was stolen as I was trying to get my shirts, our shirts, in the hand of your new rookie wide receiver, Miles, and I ended up Matthew Golden got one of our shirts with NFL Outdated on that in his hand. Got a picture of him riding a bike with it, and then also good old Evan Williams had one too. He was excited. He said, "Green and golden, I love it. I'm going to give it to Matthew." So that was kind of cool. And really, when you look at the Packers training camp, talking to like access to players, it's really easy to kind of connect with them. But I feel like Jordan Love has become a prima donna, because he was nowhere to be found anywhere. He kind of snuck in, snuck out. So I don't know, your big money quarterback, Miles. I'd be worried about him if I were you.
Yeah, he heard you calling him mid the whole freaking season.
Yeah, man, he got sick of your crap. So it's your fault that some kid didn't get their bike ridden by Jordan Love, man. That's not cool.
It might be. I don't even know if he rides a bike. But
there are pictures. There's pictures that I believe he does it on the first day, maybe the second day. But he's all business now.
Yeah, he's all business. I got it.
Get down to business.
Well, speaking of getting down to business, what are your thoughts from training camp? obviously you have your sources, and obviously it's hard to trust my eyes. So
Your analysis.
what are your thoughts on Packers training camp so far?
I'm pretty satisfied so far. I feel like we've seen a lot of the things that we wanted to see. Matthew Golden obviously has had some highlights and had some good moments, and it doesn't sound like there's anything bad being said about him in any dark corners of the internet.
Scary.
Yeah, I bet the NFC North is scared, man. He's fast. They're already
finally got a receiver that can catch now.
Well, yeah, and I think he's up in the competition in that room. And I think some of these other guys will maybe find their hands that they were looking for last year. It sounds like Wicks is having a good camp. Just haven't heard anything bad reported about anybody. Nobody seems to be struggling with drops or with anything like that. I hear this slanderous report out of a Bears fan, and I'm like, well, they've never seen a 4,000-yard quarterback anyway, so he's just confused.
He was missing some passes when I saw it. To be fair, I sat
probably
there
on purpose,
quite intently, sweating in the heat there. What I did notice, it was quite hot. And I didn't even have it. We'll just say that.
You're talking to a Texan. I don't have a lot of sympathy right now.
That's true. What I did notice is the Marcus Golden was taking some punts. And I don't know if that's going to be part of, what he's going to be going forward. And I did notice when he was doing that, and obviously he's a rookie, but the other three wide receivers are kind of off to the side. So I think, in my opinion, it might be a little bit premature to, some of the people are saying that Golden's going to be the number one wide receiver. I think that's premature. Wouldn't you say, Miles? Or
yeah, that's premature. Can he be? Yeah, he can be. But I really, I don't want to sound like I'm parroting Matt LaFleur, but I like when I played football, that was how the offense was built. I played in spread offenses, and there really wasn't a guy that you game planned for. There was, and this concept's going to work against this defense. Now this concept's going to work against that defense. And, so 1 week a guy gets, 10 targets and 100 yards and a touchdown. The next week he gets 2 targets and a catch for 5 yards. And it's not necessarily because the guy stinks. It's because that's just what's working that week. It's in a different direction. So I really do buy into what they're talking about whenever they're asked about the receiver one. It's like, we really don't know who, or it doesn't really matter who. I'm with that because I think that each one of those guys has a different skill set anyway. You got Christian Watson is different from Matthew Golden, is different from Romeo Dobbs, is different from Wicks. They're all a different skill set. And so I just think it's going to depend on what the game plan is week in and week out. But yeah, if I'm sitting, outside of Green Bay looking in, watching Matthew Golden do what he's doing, it's like, oh, shoot.
Yep.
Green Bay might have actually found the guy they've been searching for in the second round all these years. So really what I think he might be, what the potential is he could be the key that unlocks the rest of this offense, and I think last year there was a lot of unfulfilled potential with the offense, and, there's a whole load of excuses about that with injuries and whatever. But yeah, I think that he could be the key that really unleashes the potential of the rest of the offense.
Yeah, I think Josh Jacobs did them a lot of favors last year that the wide receivers didn't cash in on. And
Totally.
As far as like a quarterback just taking what he can get, I get that. But you're also, as a quarterback, going to be honing in on the guy that you can trust that has hands. So that's what I feel like. Matthew Golden just looks a whole lot different than the wide receiver group from last year.
Well, and I think that's really, like, when I say I think he unlocks the potential of the offense, that's really where it is, and last year the offense was good. Like, you saw flashes of it. 23, there was definitely some highlights, especially in the second half of the season. But there was those clutch moments where, Wicks is open and just drops it on third down, it's something like that. And in those moments, I think that's kind of how Devontae Adams emerged as that dude in Green Bay when he was here. It was those moments where Rodgers is like, look, like, yeah, the offense is cooking, but right now I need that guy. I need whoever it is that's not going to drop this pass. It's going to get us that first down. And I think just from being that dude in those situations, you earn yourself probably 3 to 5 additional targets a game. So that's maybe how like a receiver one maybe naturally emerges just from those situations. But yeah, I think that's what he is the biggest addition for, right? Is those moments.
And a friend of a friend of a friend watched the Pack Weekly podcast. You know, as a Bears fan, it's really hard to kind of, sit through all of it. But, someone that I know quite closely might have watched it and found out that Matthew Golden has a new nickname by the coaching staff. Is that correct?
That's true. Bullet. They're already calling him Bullet. Now, I thought it was kind of cool, and Rob Domofsky brought this up on ESPN, but I thought it was kind of cool that apparently it was oh shoot, why am I blank? Bisaccia. It was Bisaccia who brought this to Golden, and Bisaccia brought it up because of Bob Hayes, who also just coincidentally wore number 22, which is kind of wild. It's not a common thing for a receiver to do. But yeah, and I think somebody else went a little bit further, and I can't remember who to credit this for, but this was just one of those random Twitter float arounds and went with the Golden Bullet. I think I like the Golden Bullet.
We might have to have a new T-shirt now.
Oh,
there we go.
Way
the
better
Golden Bullet.
than the KOC.
It might be. It might be. I like that. All right. In the honor,
but is it better than JJ's layered balls?
Oh no, absolutely not. That is going to be literally golden. I think it's going to be amazing. I am excited for that. I'm excited for what the Rev Trev comes up with on a logo on that one. Best yet to come on that. So I have to throw this in here. Obviously, I enjoy trolling, and Too Evil to Hope. You're fantastic here. If Love, Caleb, and Goff suck this season, do all three teams move on? Yes, actually, all three of us will move on to the playoffs. Absolutely.
Hey, okay, I'll take that. Yeah, no way. I don't think any of them. Do any of those three get moved on from if they have a bad season this year?
No.
Love can't, right? They have too much money invested in him, right? And, Caleb, they're going to give him multiple chances. And obviously, hearing in camp, obviously everyone's freaking out and coming at me in camp and, saying that he's stinking in camp. So what have the rest of you heard about Caleb in camp, kind of moving on to the Bears?
I think he's holding on to it too long. That's what I've heard.
Okay.
I've seen a couple of clips where he does look like he's holding on to it too long. That's going to be a problem during the season, especially when you're getting, a lot of pressure from some really good defensive lines. So I don't know. I haven't seen enough clips to really give my 2 cents on it. That's all I've been hearing.
I've been hearing that.
Yeah.
I think DJ Moore said something. A little spicy. Didn't I tell you got to get that bum off your team?
What DJ Moore say? We knew this.
Didn't I tell you? You got to get that bum off your team.
I don't know what you're listening to, but it's all roses in Bears camp. What I like, and obviously Skolgi, you could probably speak to this as well, but what I like about camp, and JJ Watt said this as well, fans, we kind of look at it and we want all these completions and we want these, them to look stellar and perfect, the ball not hit the ground. But what I love, especially about, what they're doing, Ben Johnson's doing, and our defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, is doing, they put them through situations. Like, they're not like doing the practice for us. They're doing the practice for them, for the players, to help them learn the offense, to help them learn situations, to help them grow from that. And it's like, if you don't take chances in practice, you're not going to, know what to do in certain situations. And I like, it's like iron sharpens iron. I love what Dennis Allen's defense is doing, and the defense has been winning. Obviously, Caleb's growing and maybe has some pains, but today there was some growth, and love hearing some of these different things. I mean, obviously, my concerns are obviously there. He's a young quarterback, still growing, but I would have concerns about JJ McCarthy as well. Did they challenge him enough? And obviously, are there too many handoffs? These things like that. But we're on the outside, we see different things, and the coaches are trying different things. I mean, would you say that as well, Skull Geek?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of you're absolutely spot on that they're kind of putting you in particular situations so that it's a 2-minute situation or it's a goal line situation with two, 3rd and 14 or something like that. And you really have to think about what you're going to do in that particular situation, who you're going to hit. One question that I did have for Seventh Letter. So you have a pretty high opinion of Ben Johnson, I'm guessing.
Oh,
he does
No?
not. He does not.
Really?
No.
So what was your opinion about him moving within within the division?
He's a clown for that. He's a clown for that.
You didn't like how cute he got.
I just don't. You know what? I don't. He's a cute. He does cute. Like Ben Johnson when he's in his bag and like we blowing people out. Yeah, let's pull out the trick plays. Let's he does serve like I like the some of the things he does to try to like break the monotony and get third. I like him on 3rd down sometimes, but a lot of times where we could just run the ball, get 1st downs, he always wants to throw.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And the trick plays that he did in that playoff game, I was so like I was already done with him. Like I think everybody kind of crowned him, and that's my team, so I know the bullshit he does.
Yeah.
I know the bullshit he does, and I've been complaining about Ben Johnson for 3 years already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Every week I hear it, especially now. Every week.
So do you know much about your new offensive coordinator?
Yeah, no, he was on our team before. Johnny Moore was on our team, then he went to Denver.
Okay.
And then he coming back. Like, so he gonna go deep. I know that. He gonna go deep. And we're not gonna
he's got the receivers to do it.
We're not gonna play with the 1st round 9th pick in the draft that we got that runs like 4.1 and not run routes with him and not trust him. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna use him. He's not just they just used him as a weapon. Like, we're gonna get Jahmyr Gibbs hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We got to start using Jamison Williams. He's too good. He's just too good. Every time he get the ball, something good happens for the most part.
Yep.
Like, we didn't use him, and that's all because Ben Johnson just overcomplicating certain things. You know what I mean? Like, let my boy play, yo, in the NFL.
John Morton, the guy who helped train Skinny P back in 2022, evidently Skinny Patricia is my Ben Johnson.
Yeah, that's his new name. You heard that? You heard that?
Yeah, I mean, I am learning that now.
That shit was funny.
Skinny P. You got Big KOC and Skinny P in the same division, huh?
Yeah,
maybe he'll have to make a T-shirt there as well. Trying to find more for Detroit. But
his superpower was, I think my coach knew what he had, and I guess he wasn't. Ben Johnson never played in the NFL before, so he was following those people that played in the NFL. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he trying to take that same attitude there without the humbleness you need. Like what do they say? What they say? Like if you gotta kick a dog and then hug him. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta hug him before you kick him.
I was just saying that yesterday that, the players on the Lions team, like, actually respect Dan Campbell because he's played in the game and he does that where he kicks the dog, then hugs him. But it seems like Ben Johnson doesn't quite understand how to treat his players yet. I mean, Maybe. I don't know. Just judging by how he's disciplining his team. And, just like what you guys are saying, DJ Moore talking.
Well, here's So you can take any clips you want, right? But I think so. What I like about Ben Johnson, and obviously, paying attention to the Bears training camp, what I like is, and you guys know this, and Bears coaching staff has been trash for quite a while. And the players walked all over. Now he's got glasses, but he's old Flus. They walked over the Flus for a long time, and they were asking for tough coaching, and now they have that. And
now they're still crying.
Oh no! They like it. They like it.
They like it.
Oh, they love it.
One thing about DJ Moore, he said the same thing last year when he was talking about whether or not he preferred Justin Fields over what's that? Like, it's hitting in the things he says. He's a very sensitive guy, yo. The things that he say, you got to read into it a little bit. You got to read it a little
Thankfully, in Bears camp, though, we got Luther Burden now starting to. He's behind him a little bit. But Colston Loveland is looking pretty darn good in camp. So he is going to be a matchup nightmare. So the Bears, if DJ Moore kind of falls off, fantasy-wise, I don't know who to pick. I don't know if I'm going to do DJ Moore. But, you look at the receivers. So I get it, because that's what I do as well. I push against other teams. But I really like what Ben Johnson's doing, because that is what this team has needed. They've needed that kind of like being able to pull Caleb Williams and the starters off the field because they're not executing, not lining up properly. Unfortunately, we have not had that. We need that. And that attention to detail for the Bears is going to pay off in the long run, in my opinion. But I get it. When you look at, I know you're not a fan of Seventh Letter. I know you're not a fan of Ben Johnson, but hey, that's okay. We have him now. I got him now. I got Skinny P now.
It's your problem.
I got the Skinny P, so I'm good.
That ain't no motherfucking P.
It's a Skinny P. Although someone who is going to be a problem, I'm hearing Aiden Hutchinson is looking violent in camp, and so he's going to be a problem. So what else? Obviously, Goff Laporta is looking unstoppable. It sounds like. So Seventh Letter. I mean, you got to be excited about those things.
You know what? I'm happy. I'm excited that people are going to make us the underdog again. That's what we need to be. We better there than being the hunted. I like, even though that we are, the 2-time and really the 3-time division champions in a row, because we beat the shit out of the division that year too. But the Vikings won the division that year. We really
Dre, you're not going to let him
dominating this division for 3 years in a row.
You're not going to let him do that, are you?
6-0 in the division.
Dre, he just took the Vikings
6-0 in the division. We went 5-1 in the division 2 years before that. We was 4-2 last year. But we've been dominating this division for 3 years in a row. I don't understand why people always picking the Packers and the Vikings and all that, but that's fine. That's fine. I got Jared Goff, and nobody believes in him but me. Nobody believes in him but me, and I'm okay with that. We just going to keep on kicking y'all ass, and we're going to run this ball in the playoffs and win the Super Bowl this year. Mark my words.
I feel like people in the division are obviously homers and picking their own team. But if you're talking about the national pundits, I mean, you're not an underdog. You can't be talking like that. Oh yeah, we gotta.
Now they underdogs now. They say, but soon as do you know how many times they pick the Packers and the Vikings over us? And every time, and we smacked y'all around.
Yeah, you did.
We smacked y'all around with half a team. With half a team, we didn't have nobody. Everybody was hurt, and smacked y'all around still. Why do I got to keep on doing this? So this time, I'm just going to shut my mouth.
This year is going to be a little different. I mean, you guys have lost quite a few people on your offensive line. You're starting a rookie center, lost your offensive coordinator, lost your defensive coordinator. I don't know, man. So it might be a different year.
So I was hearing this week that actually Graham Glasgow is going to be at center. I know you're a huge Graham Glasgow fan. Seventh letter.
He's better at center. He's better at center.
That's not really a ringing endorsement.
Nah, he's better at center. Graham Glasgow was hurt last year. That's why what happened. I didn't know he was hurt. He was hurt.
Driver? No, he's better in the passenger seat.
He's better at center. That's
all right.
He's better at center. And we still going to beat the shit out of y'all, too. Again.
Dre, are you worried about these Lions?
I don't know why you're not. Yo, we beat y'all with nobody.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we're all still one and done playoff teams.
Dre, I love you. I love you, Dre. 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 Shut up. I let him pick the skull geek because he didn't want to get abused. He picked the nice guy. Now it's time for your beating. All right, we're going to start with you. The first game on Thanksgiving, we played around with y'all. The next game, we beat the shit out of y'all. Again, the Packers, we just bullied y'all. It is what it is. Miles, you know I love you dearly, my brother. Dearly, dearly. But we beat y'all with nobody, too. The Vikings, the first game, again, playing around, fumbling. Montgomery about to go up 2 scores. Montgomery fumbles. Then it's a return for a touchdown. Now it's tied up again. But if you look at the game, it was ugly. And then at the beginning of the quarters, at the beginning of the first half and the beginning of the second half, y'all looked a little good. And then Montgomery fumbles and it's a return for – that was a blowout too. That was about to be a blowout. And then when we saw y'all at the end with nobody in front of the whole country, America, for the marbles, we beat the brakes off y'all. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know why I got to constantly keep doing this to y'all, yo. Every freaking year. Every year I got to tell you this.
I mean, there's really nothing we can say because you definitely did beat the brakes off of everybody in the division last year. But
we lost. Yeah, we lost. You're right. I cried. I looked at the quarterback last week and cried for the episode. I almost didn't make it.
Seventh letter. I was ready. Do the Bears now. Let's do Thanksgiving Day.
I don't even have to. Caleb Williams don't know how to look at the clock. Y'all blame Eberflus. He the quarterback. Look at the clock. Full timeout.
Broken coaching staff, and we almost beat.
And now we're seeing all of it now. And now we're seeing the mental. Now my boy don't even know how to get on the line up the freaking team correct. You know what I'm saying? Only thing he know how to do is play hero ball. If it's hero ball, I got to give it to him. Hero ball, that's when he was at his best. But first half, what was Caleb Williams' stats every game in the first half? 6 for 20.
I've been told stats don't matter. I've been told stats don't matter because Goff throws like 4 or 5 interceptions though. I mean, Goff
completion percentage matters. It does matter. Completion percentage matters. If you're gonna throw the ball a lot, because you know what that means. That means a lot of third down. That means a lot of 3 and outs. And then you're gonna ask that good defense because y'all is a prima donna team. Y'all think y'all better than what y'all are, and that's how it's been the last 3 years. Y'all got a lot of personnel, but it don't matter. It ain't gelling. It ain't working out. They talk. They want to get paid. They want to fight you and shit. And then get my little dumb wide receiver to go crazy because number 23 Stevenson want to keep starting and tripping them and all that. They think they're better than what they are. They are. You got a whole bunch. Your receiving core was beautiful last year. What I tell you at the beginning?
No. We talked about
your receiving core was good. I don't want to hear it.
We don't like Keenan Allen. We talked about that. We don't like Keenan Allen.
I don't. You did like Keenan Allen. You did like Keenan. He was one of the best.
I did. Yeah.
And
then he
was really the only one consistently busting ass.
Yeah, but then he destroyed his attitude. Destroyed the locker room.
I did say that. I do agree with that. But what I say though? Who's blocking?
You're right.
Look, and then y'all mess up again. Your general manager that's never won. Y'all ain't been to the playoffs since he been there. Remember, he's supposed to be running the shit year at and controlling North, sounding all fucking
15 wins, man.
You know what?
He's gonna take the North and not give it back.
Ben Johnson. He basically got a contract because he signed Ben Johnson. And Ben Johnson
contract. I was surprised he got the contract extension, but you brought the offensive line up. And one surprise in camp is Ozzie Trapillo, the left tackle, over Braxton Jones. I mean, he is like a monster of a man, and he is really turning heads in camp and doing some good things. So when you look at lines, obviously, we have the Vikings line improved. The Bears have an offensive line. So now, obviously, it's put up or shut up time. But the Bears have, on paper, a pretty good line. And now you can't say who's blocking. We know who's blocking. Obviously, Caleb Williams, they're getting things set. But I'm excited. I mean, dare I say, well, I'm not going to say it. Bears probably have the Bears have the second best offensive line in the division. Second best.
And these people.
And who's first?
My goodness.
Together yet. He does this.
I'm going to say the Vikings have the best offensive line in the division. Lions are third. Packers are last.
You're
I sat and I watched the Packers offensive line, and I don't know. I didn't even know some of those names.
Well, offensive.
That's because one of our best guys wasn't even out there. The line's not even like you were watching like warm-ups, man.
Plus, and defenses always look better than the offenses in the beginning of training camp anyway.
True. That's fair.
That happens all the time.
That's absolutely fair. Dre, I feel like we haven't heard from you a lot. I mean, Seventh Letter's really trying to, he's going tonight. He took away your division title. I mean, do you have a retort here?
I mean, what I'll say, well, first, we're all one and out playoff teams. They just were 1 week later than everybody else, but they were still one and done. So I'll say that first. And second, honestly, on the last game of the season, I mean, honestly, looking at it, the only player that like really did really, really well was Jahmyr Gibbs. Like outside of him, like I think everyone else was kind of just average. Like I think
the O-line was pretty dominant.
Yeah, like I mean, like that's gonna be like one of the and the thing is, but you think about us, like we were Jones was injured. Like I mean, not injured, but like he obviously he gets banged up and he like
better not use that as an excuse when you looking at my.
I'm just saying Gibbs is the reason why that I feel that is why that game got like so out of hand. And then like at a certain point, the Vikings, I guess, just decided it's not worth trying anymore. I mean, but we had like a backup offensive line. Like the best runner was Cam Akers in that game for us, if I'm not mistaken. And so like we obviously weren't playing at our top tier. I'm not trying to say that like the Lions weren't like arguably the better team. Stop.
Don't do this. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
All I'll say is that Darnold was technically the number 2 quarterback. So we had basically the backup quarterback playing against starters. So
just got $40 million.
I mean, I don't know.
That doesn't mean anything. Kirk Cousins got
much better than Darnold last year just because he's a rookie.
Also, yeah.
So, I mean, if you had JJ in there instead of Darnold,
I'm trying to defend our team. Stop giving him ammo.
I don't think it makes much difference. I think the biggest thing that I would like to say about the Lions is they've been good for 2 years. That's it. And they've been complete dog shit their entire existence. I mean, I know I just met you today, but it seems like you could take a little bit of a joke here. Seventh Letter.
No, I got something.
But honestly, the Vikings definitely did not have a chance against the Lions last year. They were completely outmatched. But I believe that the additions that the Vikings have made this year with Will Fries and Ryan Kelly on the offensive line and Hargrave and Jonathan Allen on the defensive line, and then J.J. McCarthy and Jordan Mason being kind of more like Montgomery type running back. I feel like we have like kind of a lightning and thunder, Sonic and Hedge, or whatever you guys call them, Sonic and Knuckles. Yes, sorry about that. But yeah, I feel like with these additions, we can actually compete. We've made huge additions, and the Lions have actually lost quite a bit. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a toss-up.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think so.
I think we'll split.
Fries will get tossed around like fries. You just said it. You just said it. It doesn't matter.
And who was tossing him around, Skolnick?
Yeah.
Who was
the guy tossing him around? I don't know.
Tossing who around?
Fries.
Oh, that was Levi Drake Rodriguez. Yeah, it was pretty ugly. I'll tell you that. I mean, he did this kind of juvenile push-pull, just like slammed him down to the ground. Wow. I was like, holy shit, either Levi Drake Rodriguez is really strong or he just was like off center or something. I don't know. It is training camp, 7th letter. Come on now.
I know,
this just in, Vikings are in trouble.
What you think A gonna do?
You know, from obviously going to you, Miles, with the Packers, and obviously you're set at running back with Jacobs. I mean, he's going to be the bell cow. But what I watched and saw Marshawn Lloyd just get rocked and be out for the rest of the camp, practice on Monday. Are you hearing anything about him? And can Marshawn Lloyd like catch a break at all?
Yeah. So immediately Nate Hobbs took some heat for that because apparently he lit him up pretty good on that one. And I guess what actually happened is he had pulled his groin already like earlier in that run. So he was already probably like kind of gimpy and made himself a pretty easy target for Hobbs, which it sounds like a case of he just can't catch a break, man. Like that's really unfortunate because I know he worked pretty hard to get back from this last injury. Looked like he was ready to be on the field, and now a pulled groin. I mean, I know like it's tough. Like there's not a good like track back, and all you can do is relax, like stay off of it, take it easy, and that's the last thing that man wants to do right now. So that is a tough break for him. But yeah, I mean, not to sound like overly confident, but they've actually got some good guys behind him. I don't know that that's a big loss. I don't want to like downplay it. Like I thought Lloyd probably could be a pretty good contributor this season. Hopefully he will be. But the guys that are behind him, Emmanuel Wilson and Chris Brooks, they've both shown pretty good flashes when they've gotten to play. So I'm not entirely worried about that injury. I think so far they've been pretty healthy in camp. I guess they had to tell Nate Hobbs to chill out because he's out, hitting people pretty good. But I love it, man. I think that's really LaFleur's biggest challenge is hey, there we go, Packer. There we go. Got to have the Packers get together on this one.
Dale's definitely been here quite a bit and always enjoy his stuff as well. So you're great there. Packer stuff. If you so choose one of the evil sides, he is less evil, just like you, Miles, than some Packer fans I've met. Yeah. Bob Swede saying here, hey, too evil. None of us are.
Y'all make it hard to hate the Packers, yo. Like y'all do. Like you, Dale.
Have to hate
that's
the
a
Packers.
big compliment.
I
take that as a big
y'all was
compliment.
like humans. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all actually like.
I live in Wisconsin. It's debatable.
Yeah, some of them are humans.
It's debatable. Yeah.
Three of them.
We got some stinkers in the fan base, but everybody does. It's fine.
Oh, for sure. So I mean, when we look at expectations, I mean, is it too early to say that? Seventh later, you've already crowned your team Super Bowl champs, but is it too early to say maybe at least three out of our teams are going to be in the playoffs?
You're not making the
playoffs. I think we are, but that wasn't the question. You don't have to throw cold water on me yet. That's okay. I'm taking receipts. I love this.
Y'all let y'all duke it out. But I think the Packers are in. I don't think it's too early for that at all. I think
Packers are going to be
pretty safe to say the Lions are in too. I think what y'all got to figure out is if the Vikings or the Bears can make getting my money.
Caleb's crib, Lambeau. I'm not worried about Lambeau Field with Caleb.
Y'all should have never let them beat y'all, yo. Y'all should have never
not
let
worried about that.
Bears beat
Hey, we
y'all,
were doing
yo.
a classy thing, send a nice lady out, with a good gift there. Don't worry, that's not going to happen again for like another 10 or 12 years.
I don't know. I mean,
was that the last time?
Was it though?
The last one is the only one that matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah, so if you're going to win once at Lambeau every 10 years, I can handle that.
I'll take it. Skull Geek, is it too early to say that 3 of our teams in the division are going to be in the playoffs?
Absolutely not. I believe that 3 teams in the NFC North are going to be in the playoffs. Definitely.
And we may
and
like
it's not going to be the Bears.
When you look at it, I mean, we're probably going to beat each other up. We all have tough schedules, but I mean, there's the potential there. This is probably, I mean, there's some other good divisions, but we have to be the best division.
From top to bottom, really. I mean, the Bears were the worst in the division last year, and they've done a lot of improving. And I can't think of another division that has like the firepower that we have in the NFC North. It's pretty crazy.
All right, let's do a round quick answer. And I'll start with you, Skull Geek. Who wins the division in 2025?
I mean, I don't want to be a homer, but I mean, I feel like it's a not really a homer pick. The Vikings. I really do feel like the Vikings are going to win the division this year. And I'll tell you, it's going to be the Vikings, Packers, Lions, Bears.
Bring it. All right. Jesus. All right. What about you, Dre?
I mean, like, obviously as a fan, you want to say your own team. Like, I think it's on paper, I think the Vikings like have it there. I think I've said this before, is that they have obviously a lot of question marks that could be. But I think, Skull Geek kind of like touched on it. Like, we made a lot of gains, but then the Lions kind of dropped. So I guess like which one is more significant? I think it's going to be between those two, honestly. Like one of the two. I think it's just which one is arguably more significant, the amount of like gains that we made in the offseason versus the amount of losses. And we'll see how that plays out. But I would say it's between the end of the day, I'm going to choose my own team like over any of them. But objectively, I would also say the Lions definitely have a shot too.
All right, 7th letter.
Lions, Packers, Vikings, you.
Bring it. I love it. Let's bring it. Receipts.
We got the most experienced teams.
I'm going to change this podcast name to Receipts.
At quarterback.
Receipts.
You please, yo. Oh man, you gotta start this fucking guy, yo. He has to. He got a history. All this shit is on YouTube, bro. All of it.
You gotta go through it, watch all the hours of all the podcasts.
Back. You gotta go back. His receipt game.
Go get the receipts.
Yo,
I'll let the viewers go back and look. And I always love it when people post stuff. Yes, I love it.
You don't.
And if we're talking about coaching experience, arguably our coach is the Super Bowl winning one. So,
yeah, but you got what's the equivalent of a rookie quarterback?
Yeah. And also,
but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying based on a coaching experience,
a Detroit
the Super Bowl
Lion carried him over that. A talented Detroit Lion got him that Super Bowl ring. That's right, my son Matthew Stafford. That's what got him that ring.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I'm not.
All right.
Good point.
Miles, I know you're not going to let them. With all this Packers slander, right? Who's winning the division?
No, I can make it quick and concise, but I do think that the Packers will win the division and return to their rightful spot as kings of the North that they have been for so many years over the last few decades. But here's what I'll say though. I think that right now the Packers are talking about coaching continuity and experience and all that. Halfley's year 2, the offense in Green Bay, it's been the same with LaFleur the whole time. I mean, obviously there's the issues with the Rodgers stuff. We're not talking about any of that, but there's continuity there. I think a lot of things are coming together for the Packers at the right time right now. I think it'll be close between the Packers and the Lions. I think they'll both probably be like 12, 13 win teams. And I think the Vikings will be third and the Bears will be last. And I think that'll come back. I think it'll come squarely down to their quarterbacks, man. I'm really concerned about what I'm seeing from Caleb Williams right now. And I'm more optimistic about JJ McCarthy than I'm not, and I don't want to be. I really would love to see the Vikings have a terrible quarterback. So for what that's worth.
Well, hey, I obviously love all of the homer picks, but leave it to the Bear fan to be level-headed on this and go ahead and say what really is going to happen. All right. So I do think, obviously, with all the attrition on the Lions coaching, they're going to be a little bit down this year. They are going to win the division. The Lions are winning the division. The Bears are going to be second. Packers are going to be third. Vikings are going to plummet all the way to the JJ is going to have struggles, especially week 1 without Addison. And on the road, he may be good. He also JJ has to face his father. All right. San Diego, he's going to eat, or sorry, not San Diego. The Chargers are going to eat him up. All right. The Chargers are going to eat JJ up. Harbaugh, his father, Harbaugh, knows how to do that. And you're going to, obviously, JJ has the ability, and I think he maybe eventually be a good quarterback. But year 1 is tough. We saw that with Caleb. Everyone says Caleb was horrible last year. Look at the tape. He was not horrible. He had some tough moments. He had some just amazing throws. So if any Packer fan, anybody on Twitter that says he had a horrible season, you're a worse troll than me. Come on. He had some great moments. He did not have a line. What's that?
He held the ball too much, but seems to be a problem in training camp still too.
He's getting there. He's trying to make the right reads, trying to grow. But I said something nice 7th. The Lions are going to win the division.
Yeah, but that's because I was mean to you today.
I didn't even notice.
Oh man!
Hey, I got a question for you. Who is this Luther Burden guy? I heard about that dude today.
Yeah, so he was stud with Missouri. They wanted to go with Travion Henderson, I believe, in the draft. They wanted to go running back. He was just too talented. They did end up picking him up. He's been injured a little bit in camp, so he's kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit, but he was making some really good plays today in camp. So he's going to be a weapon right there for them, the wide receiver for the Bears. But the biggest thing is, getting the chemistry with Caleb. So he's a little bit further behind, but he has the talent. I don't know if it's going to be complete this year, but he's definitely a solid pick.
He's DJ Moore's replacement.
He could be, and
the same guy.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I'm excited for him. Obviously, I'm excited for what Caleb's going to do, spreading the ball around. The first 4,000-yard passer in Bears history. It's happening this year, 2025.
Over 100 years of football, man. That's pretty impressive.
That is crazy.
Hey, I'm excited, and it's going to translate.
It's because it's windy.
It was just windy.
It's just because they suck.
Like the wind just blows the ball.
I'll bring it. I love this. I am going to be excited.
I don't even know how that's possible that you don't have a 4,000-yard passer.
I know.
Ever.
You
Kirk
look at it.
Cousins was a 4,000-yard passer pretty much every effing year that he was here. And you guys don't have one in your entire history. That's
Look
crazy.
it up. Who is the number 3? The number 3, I believe, was it passer or wide receiver? Let me take a look. The third best.
He's really got to go deep in the stats for this.
Third best.
Rex Grossman.
Third best wide
You guys
receiver.
had Jay Cutler for a little while. I'm surprised that he was never a 1,000-yard passer.
Well, he threw it to the other team too much.
Yep.
Let's see. Bears quarterbacks. So I'm trying to think what it was. It really does suck to not have a 4,000-yard passer. A lot of
Who
it
got
has
the
been.
closest?
That's a good question.
Wasn't Cutler
Bears,
like 36 or something like that one season?
and you look at Caleb, what he had last year with a broken coaching staff.
Yo, man, get your ass out of here, man.
I'm just saying.
Yo, man. Y'all players got them coaches fired, man.
Yeah.
Chicago Bears single season passing
I
record
mean,
for a quarterback
like-
in 1995 is 3,838 yards, set by Eric Kramer, 1995.
Hold up. Former Detroit Lion.
Mm-hmm. Jay Cutler holds the second highest single season passing yardage, 3,812 yards, 2014. Caleb Williams is already on his way with a broken coaching staff. Now he's got, Caleb Williams in 2024 had 3,540 yards, 20 TDs, 6 interceptions. Let's repeat it again, with a broken coaching staff. And maybe that will be my next Bears shirt. Not a broken coaching staff.
That's a terrible shirt.
Yeah, that is. I'm workshopping it. Jay Cutler, he's there 3 times. So Jay Cutler is up there actually 4 times in the top 6. So number 7 on this list, Mitchell Trubisky with
Oh my god.
3,223 yards.
The list.
Can't believe
Number
he's
8.
on the list.
Number 8, Sexy Rexy Grossman, 3,193 yards. So we have a list here. Caleb is already number 5 on that list.
I'm a big Gators fan, so I like Rex Grossman. He was fun.
Any other quarterback we would have won the Super Bowl?
Let's play a hypothetical. Where would Jordan Love fall on that list?
Okay, obviously, you're gonna say because of yards, but it's not It's not the same. Jordan Love would have won coaching staff, wide receivers, all that.
The win too.
The win too, yeah.
No, Jordan Love is he is who he is. Jordan Love will not win a Super Bowl in his career. We'll just say that. I am saying that now.
Oh man,
It's not going to happen.
Expediting it. I love this.
It's not going to happen.
Keep jinxing it, man. It's going to happen this season.
Well, this has been fun, guys. Definitely appreciate everyone coming.
Vikings at 5.
Vikings at 5.
5 quarterbacks over 4,000.
Well, I mean, you
Can't count the Packers. We got a bunch of them.
You have had the big KOC, so we like that. All right, Skull Geek, where can everyone find you as we close out tonight?
Again, it's Skull Geek on X or Twitter. I can't stop calling it Twitter, but yeah. Skull Geek at Twitter on Twitter.
All good stuff. Thanks for joining us. Definitely, everyone follow him, and lots of great comments on training camp, things like that. So a great analysis as well. Obviously, not troll like myself, but definitely appreciate that as well. So always got to have the actual knowledge.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys having me on. It's been a really good time and really, really good meeting you guys.
Yeah, we have fun. And Dre has been a little bit quiet. I think, just taking it all in. And, Vikings fans are usually pretty kind of Minnesota nice. So you've been Minnesota nice tonight. Where can everyone find you as we close out?
I will admit I'm still recovering from a little bit of a sickness, so that's kind of also why I'm a little quieter.
Oh, yeah.
I will say I just looked it up from a career, from a yards. Packers also only have 5. I am also not counting players that have had like double times. For example, Aaron Rodgers is the number 1 overall, but he has in the top 10 like 4 of them. No, 5 of them. 6. So he has 6 by himself. So it's 1 quarterback. Anyway, I just looked that up quickly. Anyway, excuse me. So yeah, y'all can find me on Twitter X at Skullman Sports. It's always fun to talk on these things. Like it's fun to talk honestly football. So it's great to come on every week. So
Absolutely.
Especially during this time when we're getting, well, at least we're getting to a point to where tomorrow we're getting actually back into it with games. So
Hell yeah.
We have the Lions Chargers, I believe. So obviously it's
talking about all this other bullshit. We on TV tomorrow.
Yeah.
You ain't even want to talk about that. That's how they respect. That's how they treat us. Y'all talk about all this Bears about to lose again shit. And the Lions on television tomorrow, yo. You getting wings tomorrow.
I think the Lion Cubs are on there. They're not Amon Ra. He's gonna be in street clothes.
Enjoy the game. Our backup's better than your team, man.
Ooh. My team is the Bears, and we're coming, and I'm excited about that. Everyone can find me on NFL Outdated on YouTube, on X, on Freezin 4 Pod on the TikTok, and someone who I feel like TikTok dance is coming for Miles. That you have to have one coming. I feel like with the Packers and all that. But where can everyone find you as we close out?
Yeah, you guys can find me on the Packers Weekly Podcast Monday nights, 9:30 p.m. Central, streaming live. Head on over to the Packers Talk Network YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. That's where you'll find us. And we're talking pack. We're in the season now, so we're doing game by game analysis. In the off season, we become draft nerds. So if you guys are draft nerds, come hang out with us. And I'll throw a little Packers gym if there's any Packers fans that have been hanging out. I did get to spend some time at the Shrine Bowl this past January, where I met Nazir Stackhouse, got to interview him. I do have the first recorded Go Pack Go from Nazir Stackhouse, who now is one of the stars of camp, rising quickly from the undrafted status. And so just excited there. And those are the little things that we find, right? So anyway, come hang out with us on Pack Weekly Pod.
You got to clip that and we'll retweet it. Even a Bears fan will do you a solid and retweet that. That's pretty cool.
There we go. I'll make sure I get it out there.
Definitely always enjoy your insights as well. And someone, hopefully for only a little bit, is in this seat. But seventh letter, where can everyone find you, sir?
Well, that's just too damn bad. I'm going to be here another 365 days. King of the North. 7th letter 4 on Twitter X. Same OG on Instagram and Facebook. I had a lot of fun tonight, guys. Thanks. Y'all be safe out here. It's hot as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Get you some ice water. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the game tomorrow. Those the backups. So just take it easy next week. All right. These people not going to make the team. Take it easy next week. All right.
Once again, it's been the Freezin 4 NFC North podcast. Thanks again, everybody. Training camp week 2. More to come next week. Appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks again. Bear down.